Let me show you how Draymond Green totally flipped his views on LeBron James right after signing to deal with Klutch Sports. He was also put in a position to say he would treat LeBron with more respect now on video. So give me a few minutes and I'll present my case. But first, welcome. My name is Paul, and this is the Basketball Show, where I talk today's NBA, current events, news, players, and more. All completely unbiased, even though some people disagree, because any opposing opinion to weak people is always hating. Truth is truth, and I try to stand by it. Now, as most of us remember, LeBron and Cleveland Cavaliers played the Golden State Warriors multiple times in the NBA Finals. LeBron and Cleveland were able to pull out one of those series, after which LeBron James called himself the GOAT.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
That's so many reasons.
That one right there made you the greatest player of all time.
So back then, Draymond Green had no love for LeBron James. Here is one of their confrontations from the 2016 NBA Finals.
He takes a little swing that misses after he continued the bumping and shoving, and there's the double foul call by Danny Crawford. Double foul does not result in any free throws. Obviously, each player picks up a personal.
So after that game, articles started showing up that Draymond Green called LeBron James the B word. And here's one of those articles. Now, just by seeing the article, many people might just think it's just gossip to get people to click and, read the article. But this is what LeBron James himself said after that incident.
Draymond just, he said something that I don't agree with. I'm all cool with the competition. I'm all fine with that, but some of the words that came out of his mouth was a little bit overboard.
So it looks like it was actually what Draymond Green might have said. Now, later on, Green showed his disrespect for LeBron a little bit again by mocking him and his behavior after a foul, which wasn't even that hard. I mean, Green weighs 230 pounds and LeBron weighs 250. But watch for yourselves.
Picked off by Jefferson. And foul by Green.
Marv, I know this for a fact. Jefferson is...
Now, after that, Draymond Green and LeBron James took jabs at each other on Twitter at that time and in other interviews. LeBron made some comments that he never played on super teams, and Green's response was, "Bro, you started the super teams." Now, if you don't believe me, here is the video proof again.
They want to talk about super teams, this, super team that. I never played on the super team. You started the super team, bro. I ain't joined the super team. I never played on the super team. That's crazy.
Now, LeBron, as far as I think, could not stand someone trying to challenge him publicly over and over, because he's, in his mind, the chosen one, the king, King James. So how could that be, right? So I think he sent out his Klutch Sports buddies to try to get Draymond to sign with Klutch as his agents to be able to control him a little bit. Now, Draymond had no clue why that happened. All this behavior and comments and jabs at LeBron James were before Klutch Sports reached out to Green. Now, well, guess what? In 2018, Draymond Green signed with Klutch, that they represent him now. And since that time, Draymond Green has become one of the best of friends and defenders of LeBron's. Now, isn't that a coincidence? He was asked on video a few years back, after already being in a signing with Klutch by JJ Redick, if he would react differently to LeBron stepping over him in 2016, now that he had time to think about it. Now, we know that JJ had been friends of LeBron's for a while. We didn't know that a few years back when this was recorded. Here's that question and Green's response. They put him in a position to be forced to show a nicer side, nicer views about LeBron, and he did. So here you go. Take a look.
And a game 4 in 2016 in the aftermath of them coming back 3-1. And has that
perspective or processing changed at all now 6 years later?
I think the only thing that may have changed is I'm not sure I would react the same in the moment. I don't regret reacting the way I reacted in the moment, because the only reason I can't promise you that I wouldn't react that way, because if somebody steps over my shoulder, I'm naturally going to try to get you off my shoulder. That's just who I am. I don't want a guy stepping over my shoulder. I'm sorry, I just don't. And so I can't promise you that I wouldn't react the same way. But what I do know is I think LeBron coaxed me into that. And I know for sure today he couldn't coax me into that. And so if it's anything, it's that. But I don't regret it, because shit happens and I learned so much from that. And if we do win that series, I don't think we get Kevin Durant. And if we don't get Kevin Durant, I'm not sure our run would have continued. So say we do win 2 in a row, right? And then we never win again. That's not viewed as the same dynasty as what we did do, you know? And so I think it's all give and take.
Now, you see a calmer, more positive Green. You see Green more respectful towards LeBron. And this was asked, I think, on purpose to show that Green got the message to be nicer to LeBron and talk nicer about LeBron. They were spending time together in Paris. We saw that on video. It's all over YouTube during the Olympics. Green recently has also been calling LeBron the GOAT multiple times and defending him after the Stephen A. Smith incident. Now, Green would have never called LeBron the GOAT before the Klutch Sports signing. There was no way.
How close is LeBron to claiming, in you all's opinion, to staking a claim as being the greatest ever?
It don't really matter.
Don't matter. Y'all not looking across at that guy and saying this, I know not some intimidation, but just a matter as peers.
No, he can have that title. He just can't have his ring. That's our goal. Our goal isn't to make everyone say, hey, LeBron isn't the greatest player of all time. More power to him. Hey, go ahead. At the end of the day, it's all subjective anyway. You know, so.
But as a peer, and what you all watch this guy do.
As a peer,
yes,
he's had an amazing career.
Yes.
And he's still doing amazing things. I can care less if anyone says LeBron is the greatest of all time.
Can LeBron ever come on and say, I'm the best basketball player playing?
I think you should say that. I think you should believe that. And you should definitely let the world know that.
We know Klutch Sports has been trying to influence media, commentators, and players to say that LeBron is better than Michael Jordan. Now, we know Nick Wright has connections to Klutch. Others do as well. This is no coincidence, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think. Did Green change his stance because Klutch made him? You think it's in the contract somehow? Let me know. And see you again soon in another video.